About a year ago, I decided to do something that I've always been too scared to do. I decided to try to become a pop star. Hi, my name is Anna, and if you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, you know that this is the first time I'm doing this type of video, talking to the camera and telling a bit more about my story and my journey of following my dreams. So a little bit about me, I've always loved singing ever since I was a little girl, and I think deep down I always knew that this was what I wanted to do. And I remember that I promised myself that I wanted to pursue a career in music, but I also thought that I needed to finish high school first. And then when I finished high school, I was like, oh, I should probably get a degree. And then I got a degree in marketing and innovation and entrepreneurship. And then when I finished that, I was like, I should probably get some work experience and actually use the degree that I just fought so hard to get. And then I started a job at Sephora, working with marketing in the beauty industry, and it was super interesting. I had a lot of fun with very nice colleagues. I traveled a lot and I felt like I had my little businesswoman moment. But at the same time, also workload was really high and I worked so hard for that job. But I think if you work really hard for something that is not really your passion, it's like, at least for me, I always felt like an internal conflict in some way, because it didn't really completely make sense because it was not my dream. So eventually I burned out and I went on sick leave with stress. And it was a really, really tough time in my life, but at the same time, it also forced me to, calm down and actually think about what really makes me happy. Because I think I kind of forgot in many years. So while I was in sick leave, I started to make videos on TikTok singing, and it was super terrifying at first because I've never done anything like that before. I have not really sung in front of a lot of people, and I have not been super open about this passion or hobby of mine. So it was super scary, but of course it got easier with time. And I think the first 6 months posting on TikTok, I just posted for fun. I didn't post a lot, it was just whatever I felt like. And then after 6 months, when I finally felt healthy again and ready to get back to work, I then decided to quit corporate life and try to go all in on my dream instead. So I decided to take TikTok a bit more seriously. I posted more consistently, way more often, almost every day in a longer period. And after I think it was about 2 months of doing that, it finally happened. The thing that every creator is hoping for, I guess. I went viral. I made a cover of Sometimes by Britney Spears, and people were loving that. And I think I gained 50,000 followers in a month or something. So it was super, super crazy. I did not expect that at all, and it was a bit overwhelming also. I'm really, really grateful and feel very lucky that it happened, because it encouraged me to keep going, and it was super motivating, and it made me feel like that, okay, maybe I can actually do this. So I kept on focusing on TikTok, and at the same time as I was posting covers on the platform, I was also writing my own songs. And I have been writing for a couple of years actually, and producing my songs myself in GarageBand. But it sounded like this.
I see you hiding your tears, trying to get through the pain. See you fixing your makeup and move on with your day.
So I decided it was probably a good idea to invest in some studio sessions with a producer to get my demos upgraded a bit. So I did that, and I think we finished 2 demos, so I felt a bit more ready to start contacting labels. And I pitched to a lot of the labels we have here in Denmark, where I'm based, and I got rejected by all of them. It was not as easy as I hoped it would be. But I was also thinking after that maybe I should start focusing a bit more on what I can actually control. And that is like keep practicing my songwriting. I started joining some dance classes to improve like my performance skills. I even started to actually try to write songs for other artists. So I think it's a good way, like if you get the rejection, then you just need to find another way. And this was not the path that I was maybe imagining in the beginning, but still I learned a lot from that as well. Unfortunately, like chasing your dreams is not just about getting the courage to do it and the motivation and actually putting in the work. I mean, at least for me, I also gotta pay rent, you know. So the past year has also been a lot about trying to get like in some way financially stable, and I wanted to try to work as few hours as possible, so I still have time to put in the work that I think is necessary to make it in the industry. So I searched for part-time jobs, and after almost a year of being a bit desperate, I finally landed like the perfect job for me. So now I work as a personal assistant for the CEO of a spa hotel north of Copenhagen. And I'm really, really grateful that I found a job now where I'm happy. I have great colleagues and the tasks are actually interesting, but at the same time it's fewer hours, so I also have the time and energy to focus on my passion. I don't think I would have landed that job if I didn't have my education and if I didn't have the work experience. So yeah, nothing is for waste, you know? There's always like a deeper meaning with everything you do, I guess, in some way. And I would say I'm really, really grateful and happy for the life that I have today, but also being a year into this journey also reminded me a bit that I'm maybe not where I thought I would be after a year. I mean, the labels did reject me. My social media does not have the same momentum as they used to have. And some of the collaborations and the network that I thought I built was maybe not as solid as I thought it was. So yeah, I think I learned that this journey is not linear, and if you want to make it in this industry, you need to learn how to deal with the ups and downs, because I feel like it goes like this all the time. And right now I feel like I'm in this very weird like reset phase in some way, that I need to revise my goals. I need to figure out like what are the next steps for me, and I'm actually okay with that. I think pivoting and adjusting is just a part of figuring out your path or your way into this industry. I mean, last year I didn't know anything about the music industry, and now I know a little bit more, but I still have so much left to learn. I have not even released my first single yet. I have not done my first live performance. I honestly don't really know who I am as an artist, actually. So there's so much left of this journey before I'm even ready to become something close to a pop star. If you like this type of content and would like me to dive into some other topics, or maybe you can just relate, I would love to know in the comments, because you can feel a bit alone, I think, in this industry. And yeah, if you made it this far, I'm really grateful. It's the first time I'm doing a video like this, and I just really want to thank you, and I wish you an amazing day. Bye!